Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We are in a bit of a different location. We're still in my bedroom, but I'm actually sitting on my bed. Sorry if you keep looking over here. I'm looking at my monitor. I know I need some more lighting on this side of my face because my window is over there, but I prefer having my headboard as my background rather than just random things in my room. So I'm going to be sorting this out for a little bit. I might be trying a few other places throughout my house to film. It's just going to be an experiment here for a little bit, but I'm going to stop rambling about that. Today's video is going to be the third episode in my makeup rehab series, which was heavily inspired by It's Just Steph, and there's also a few other ladies that I watch here on YouTube who are doing similar types of videos. My friend Sarah is, Callie Fab, Rachel Winters. I'll have everyone who I know of that's doing a similar style of video. They may not call it the same thing, but we're on low buys, we're tracking our empties, we're tracking what we're bringing into our collection. We're trying to stop being such a makeup consumer because it does expire, that sort of thing. They'll all be linked down in my description box. As I said, this is my third episode, so we're going to be discussing the events of March now that we're in April and I have like everything tallied up. I did just recently do my empties video because I'm not going to be physically showing you my empties or giving you reviews on those products, so I will link that up in the cards for you to watch if you're interested in what the actual products were that I used up. Today we're talking numbers. This is data heavy, but for me, I have a finance degree. I've always loved numbers, and that is, rather than like just looking at a pile of products I used up, I want to know how much money that was worth, how much money I'm saving, how much money I'm spending, that sort of thing. So I'm going to start off by telling you how much money's worth of products that were already in my collection that I used up in the month of March, and that was $79.28. Now, that was higher than the amount that I used up in January, which was around the $71 mark, but much less than what I used up in February, which I found a little disappointing, which was $91 worth, around there. Now, something I did add in to this episode was the number of products. So I used up 6 items in March, and in February I used up 11. So there's where that discrepancy in the monetary value is I used up like almost half as much as the previous month. But it's not half the amount monetary wise, so I used up some higher price tagged items in the month of March. The amount of money I spent in March was $52.99. Now that number includes my BoxyCharm, which I'm not including in my overall amount because BoxyCharm is my one gift to myself. The reason I'm not including it, although it is in that $52.99, is because the only clear consequence to me not meeting my goal at the end of the year, which is to have used up more money's worth than I brought in, more than I spent, the only clear consequence to me not meeting that goal, if I left BoxyCharm in, would be to cancel. And I'm honestly just not willing to do that because it's my one gift to myself as a stay-at-home mom. I don't buy all the new releases, but it is fun to get new makeup to play with. And so that, with BoxyCharm included, I was still in the green by $26.29, but putting BoxyCharm back in there, which for me is 33 Canadian dollars, that's a $5 US dollar shipping charge, and then all of that converted into Canadian dollars with the exchange rate. I'm actually in the green for this month by $59.29, which I'm really happy about. So the amount of products that entered my collection are 12, and that includes my BoxyCharm plus 2 other purchases, which I will be talking about here in a second. I calculated out my makeup empties solely, like not all beauty, just makeup, and I used up $66.31 worth of makeup in the month of March. That is super impressive for me. If you need a comparison, in February I used up $6.67 worth, and in January I used up $7.96 worth. So I used up quite a bit of makeup. No, I shouldn't say that. I used up 3 products, and 2 of which were very high end, very expensive, and that's why it's so much. And again, I'm not including BoxyCharm in this, so for my spending on makeup items is $0 for the month of March, which it was in February as well. So I've gone 2 whole months without buying any makeup, and I'm really proud of myself. I used to just buy things whenever things looked interesting, whenever I wanted to, whenever I had a few extra dollars laying around, and I'm not doing that anymore. So again, I brought 12 items into my collection and 6 items left. I did do that calculation for January and February as well, which I didn't talk about in my previous update, so I'm just going to tell you that now. In January, 160 items entered my collection. That is because a friend kindly gifted me quite a lot of makeup, most of which were eyeshadow palettes. And if you're new here, I count every pan, every shade as one item in my inventory, so that's why it's 160, and I used up 7 in January. And in February I brought in 6 items and used up 11 items, and just to reiterate, in March I brought in 12 items and used up 6. So I feel like that was a lot of numbers. I'm sorry, this is kind of hard to follow. But my annual total, I am still in the green, and I have $139.73 in surplus. So that was the difference between what I've used up and what I've spent. I'm really happy about that, especially with the VIB sale coming up. I believe it's the 1st of May. I'm going to need to cushion that number a little bit more to make sure I'm still in the green come the end of the year, which is my ultimate goal. I'm now going to jump into what I bought. So I bought 2 things from Shoppers. The first thing I bought was a 3-pack of these Invisibobbles. The only reason I picked these up is, one, I've been wanting to try them, but they're pretty expensive, and I picked them up because they were on clearance for 50% off. So I got these for $5, which is a pretty good deal, although still $5 for 3 hair elastics. Anyways, I bought them. These don't go into my beauty inventory, but I still thought it was fair to include them even though it's only $5. And secondly, I bought this dry shampoo because I finally used up my last can of Batiste, which is not cruelty free. So I'm trying this one from Cake, which is created and made in Canada, and it's cruelty free and vegan. So I was really excited about this. I've only used it once. I still need to play around with it. It's called the Do Gooder Residue Free Quick Cleaning Bounce Boosting Style Extending Totally to Die For Volumizing Dry Shampoo. Holy, this has such a strong, chemically cakey scent. And when I was in the store, I smelled it, I was like, oh, this smells so good. I love it. But while it's in your hair, it's so strong. So how I use dry shampoo is first thing in the morning, I kind of coat my hair, and then I just leave it. It's better to just leave it, not to touch it. Leave that white or grayish cast in your hair while you're getting ready, having breakfast, doing whatever, however long you need it to. And then after it's had time to absorb the oil, then start working it in and getting rid of that white cast. At least that's what works best for me. I'm sorry, I really don't like this lighting. I'm really hating it, actually. Anyways, and before you rub it through your hair completely, it is so overwhelming. But I still need to test how well it actually works. Now, BoxyCharm. I'm going to show you what I got and then like essentially what I'm keeping. So of course everyone in their March box, which by the way, before I get into this, my March box arrived so late, like the last week of the month. That never happens. So I was pretty disappointed about that. Like, I received my March box and then a couple days later I got an email saying my April box was shipped. So I should be getting that in a few days. And I used to do dedicated BoxyCharm videos. I did unboxings and try-ons for a little while. I then did unboxings and a full review of the previous months for a little while. Let me know if you want me to start doing BoxyCharm videos again. It's the only subscription service I get, so I can't do like a bulk unboxing or anything. But if you want a just BoxyCharm video every month and not include it in this video, then let me know how you would prefer to watch that content. But for today, I'm just going to show you again like I have been in previous makeup rehab videos. So first up, I got this Cover FX Perfector face palette. I did get light to medium, which is obviously the shade for me. I've seen a lot of people getting medium to deep when they're actually light skinned and vice versa as well. I've seen people with deeper skin tones get the light medium shade, which is pretty disappointing, especially since we filled out a questionnaire so they knew our skin tone. But I did get the proper shade and this looks stunning. So this counts as 6 products for me in my makeup inventory, and I'm really excited to play with this. I also received these 2 Moda brushes. I have not used these yet, but I think that this is going to be really great for powder or for bronzer. And then they say this is a soft glow highlight brush, but it's very flimsy, so I'm going to have to play around with that. I'm not sure if this is one that I'm going to want to keep, but I do not include brushes in my makeup inventory, but I'm really happy to have some more brushes to play around with. I got a Wander Beauty Lift Off, Purify, and Brighten Peel Off masks. I really like trying different masks. I have not tried any of these products out yet. This is just an unboxing, but I've really come to like quite a few of Wander Beauty's makeup products. I got a new Ofra liquid lipstick. This is in Monica, which is a shimmery rose shade. It's not quite metallic, but it definitely has a shimmer to it, so I'm excited to try this out. I'm not sure how I'm going to like it. It's still a long-lasting liquid lipstick, so it's not a gloss, but it kind of has that vibe to it. Maybe I can swatch it. It is so beautiful though. Like, this is why the lighting sucks. We might be going back to how it was before, but that is a swatch of the Ofra liquid lipstick. Lastly, I got this Appeal liquid eyeshadow in the shade Rose Gold, I believe. Yes, this is not cruelty free in my mind because they do sell mink lashes, so it's in the same category as Sample Beauty, Huda Beauty, P. Louise, those types of things. So this is something, those brands, not those types of things. So this is not something I'm going to be keeping. I am not holding on to any non-cruelty free makeup I receive in my BoxyCharm this year because I have officially declared that I'm going cruelty free. This company does sell mink lashes, so for me that is a no-go, so I'll be passing this along to a friend or a family member. It does look really beautiful. I know it has a pretty like brush tip applicator, which is pretty different for this type of product, but it's not for me. So those were the items that I brought into my collection this month. I'm feeling pretty good about it. Again, I didn't buy any extra makeup, but I did like frivolously buy the Invisibobbles. But I've been wanting to try it for a while, and they were on clearance for $5, so I feel a little guilty, but not that guilty. And then I really did need a new dry shampoo because I didn't have any left in my collection. I used up every last one before purchasing one additional one, so I have no guilt at all about this purchase. I should have mentioned that this was $14.99 Canadian, which is more expensive than Batiste, but we'll see how it actually cleans hair. I can get past the scent if my hair actually feels clean. And the first time I used it, the one and only time I used it, I was just in a rush. I just like threw dryer shampoo in my hair without really paying attention. But that is it for this third update to my makeup rehab series. I am really proud of how I'm doing so far. We'll see how this continues once the VIB sale hits, because my cart is already at $200 with solely just things that I've like run out of and need new stuff of, which is terrible because I haven't been buying things for the like last little while, quite a few months. I have things like my facial mists, setting sprays. I'm almost out of all my setting sprays, clarifying shampoo, like things I need. I haven't put any eyeshadow palettes, lipsticks, anything like that in my cart, and I'm at like $200, which is a little ridiculous. So hopefully we can keep my beauty budget in the green for the whole of 2019, but that's what the series is for, to hold me accountable, and I'm doing really well so far. If you enjoyed today's video, please do give it a thumbs up so that I know. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!